Ladies and gentlemen, howdy ho, everyone. My name is Mr. Fruit, and welcome to the GG Over Easy podcast, rated better than your mom.
Oh, shoot.
And your mom's rated pretty highly in my
and
books.
and her star rating's pretty
She cooked
good.
a great breakfast.
Pretty mean breakfast, man. Anyway, the way she poaches those eggs, ugh. Anyway, we have a review here from Angel, aka Angel, titled Epic, rated greater than your mom. It's a well-rounded podcast with stories, humor, and some news. It's amazing to have everywhere, and to add it all, 3 beautiful voices commanded 3 grand streamers. There's no better podcast than this one. Thank you, Angel, aka Angel. Because not is it only a great podcast, it's a great day to be listening, because today we got big old news. You might have heard about it, King Kong versus Godzilla. We've been hyped. We talk about it. We give our quick spoiler-free ratings, and then we go into a little bit of spoilers so you can skip. Once we start talking about it, you're free to skip about 15 minutes roughly. Halo delayed again? Question mark.
Whoa.
Outriders, brand new looter shooter. I've been playing it. What do we think? The world is slowly returning to normal as I get my microchip injection today, and the world is moving on. We talk a little bit about that. Apex Legend leaks, exciting other entertainment news, some Q&A, and everything in between, friends. So enjoy today's episode. Let's get into it. Pardon your regularly scheduled podcast listening for this short ad break.
After the years of fine print contracts and getting ripped off by big wireless providers, if we've learned something, it's that there's always a catch. When I first heard of Mint Mobile offers premium wireless service starting at just $15 a month, I thought, what's the catch? But after speaking with them and using their service, it all made sense. There isn't one. Mint Mobile's secret sauce is that they're the first company to sell wireless service online only. By cutting out retail stores, there are no crazy overhead costs that get passed down to you in some form of mysterious fees. Instead, Mint Mobile just passes those sweet savings directly onto you. Mobile sent me one of their cards, and I've gone from paying $65 a month to $15 a month. Use your own phone plan with any Mint Mobile plan and keep your same phone number along with your existing contacts. So what are you waiting for? To get started on your wireless plan for just $15 a month and get your plan shipped to your door for free, go to mintmobile.com/GG. That's mintmobile.com/GG. Cut your wireless bill to just $15 a month at mintmobile.com/GG.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to GG Over Easy, episode 79, more or less.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's like...
We chalked about 100, dude, and we're closer to 100 than we ever have been.
Every week we grow closer to episode 100 and closer to dying. Coincidence?
It's
I
oxygen.
think not. Yeah, dude. That is crazy. Yeah, is like oxygen. Are we just really actually allergic to oxygen? It just takes us, roughly 80 years or whatever to kill us.
Yo, I had a
Maybe.
Now that I'm thinking about it, so my desk, I don't know about you guys, I like a clean desk area, and if my desk area isn't clean, I freak out or I get stressed. Like, it stresses me out.
The John's work coming out last night. Yeah.
Yeah. So I had a subathon, which basically is if you stream, it's a totally original idea. No one has ever done it. I came up with it. Nobody has ever done it before.
Ludwig copied Rob.
Yeah, it was funny. Benny messaged me. He's like, "Yo, did you know Ludwig was doing a thing the same time you were?" And I was like, "Benny."
Well, that's crazy, dude. Yeah, he copied me.
I was like, "Benny, he's been doing it for like 10 days."
I'm DMCing him.
Oh, did you see the video I put in of Ludwig explaining where the money's all going?
And I've made $300.
Yeah, it's like I've made $3,000.
Poor guy.
It was like I think $578,000 total. Like taxes or like Twitch was like $178,000. Taxes and all that was like $300,000, and then mods was like $80,000 or no $50,000, and then charity was like $80,000, and then he was like $3,000.
Yeah.
So I was doing this subathon, and I was like, I'm gonna drink a lot of water. So I go upstairs and grab a mason jar. Okay. Ooh, aesthetically pleasing, right?
It's like one gulp though.
Okay, yeah. So I took one gulp of it. Correct. So this was like full. Okay. Now it looks like a normal jar. Correct. From where you are at, you are. Ooh, I want to grab a mason jar, be a little artsy while I drink my water on stream. Little did I know, if you get a little closer to the rim of it, there is paint from Sydney's painting excursion that she had been doing. So and it is like coated, dog, in like paint. Like,
So you like
it
huff
is
paint.
res. Like, it is gross. So like I literally drank that and like felt like this weird like mushy. I played it off on stream, but like it was weird. My mouth felt like numb. I felt like I had paint poisoning or something. I don't know if it was toxic or if I drank a lot of it. I just remember putting it down and going, that tasted kind of weird.
Can't be more toxic than all that glue you eat.
Oh, come on, dude. Elmer's is good.
People
Elmer's
be
is
sleeping
the
on
best.
it, dude.
Did you guys ever
try
see
it.
the Gorilla Glue Girl?
Yeah. Well, I think we briefly talked about it, but yeah, where she like.
Did we? Oh.
Yeah, where her head was just. I wonder how she's doing.
Yeah, I know she got
apparently
like
is pregnant with her 6th kid or something.
wow, Blue sticks.
Yeah, that wasn't the update I was expecting, but that's good for her.
No meme.
It's like the
I
end
saw
of
this news. It was on Twitter. Like, that's where I get my news from. So I was like,
Hey, Sam.
oh wow.
It's like the end of Coach Carter. It's like Gorilla Glue Girl went on to
have her sixth child.
Kids. BlueWestlo.
Her 6th child came out with gorilla glued hair.
Could you imagine? I couldn't like. I know what going bald is like because it's happening.
You know, I've noticed. I was looking at it, it's like I've pretty much done the same hairstyle more or less since I started YouTube. But what I've realized is this part has just slowly, it's slowly gotten.
That's how I feel. Like with here, dude. It's just like this kind of stays the same. This little aggressive Nintendo 64 hairstyle I got going, but it's the switches. It's the switches that keep going back.
Go on back.
The longest N64 you've ever seen. Just it's bad.
Yeah, so I got this going and then kind of thinning in my hair in the front. But I'm not too worried about it. Whereas my younger brother, he obsesses over it.
Ethan was like the first thing he talked to me about when I got there was like, Rob, let me see your hairline. Like,
that's all he talks about. And that's honestly about the only reason I even recognized it. Because that's all he talks about. It doesn't bother me that much. Like, what am I going to do? Whatever. Like, it is what it is.
Doesn't really super... Like, I'm going to be bald and everyone's going to hate me. You know, I know a lot of successful bald people.
Yeah, all I know is if I get bald, I just got to get bigger. True. That's the way I see it. You know, that's really the one.
Or you got to grow just a big beard. Like,
yeah, but
see... Like have some sort of facial hair.
I think I'm probably more likely to just get jacked than get a good beard.
Oh, you'd be like The Rock and just have like...
Because I just don't think I can't. This is like what I can.
You wouldn't be like Kratos, bald with beard.
If I could, bro, the lats and traps on that man, I could only imagine. But anyway,
did you? So I also Blue. Did you? I put a video in the. I don't know if I put it in the Dado fan club, but I showed Mr. Fruit, and it's this woman who is just the worst piece of shit woman on the face of the earth. She's the worst. She's like that congresswoman who's literally batshit crazy.
Oh, and she started doing the fucking floppy fish.
Oh, God, dude.
Dude, it was so. I was like, I saw that and I was like, I have to see Mr. Fruit's reaction to this. First of all, I thought when she was doing this, I was like, she's doing pretty good there, like not bad form. And Christian just immediately roasts. Like
it was terrible. But what? Hold on, let me find the caption. Where was it?
Yeah, it's like a really big like F you to the libs.
Oh yeah, she's like, this is my COVID protection. It's time to fire Fauci. And so it's a video of her working out in her gym, and it's just, I don't want to say what CrossFit essentially, because I know some CrossFit is great. Like there are people who do CrossFit.
Like you're actually using fitness.
Yeah, like there's stuff to it, but like I feel like this is like the stereotype of CrossFit. But she's doing like military press.
What's wrong with her military presses? I saw her military press. I was like, doesn't look bad.
Well, so she cleans it up, which is fine just to get to it. But yeah, so then she does military press with her barbell and everything. But the problem is,
I'll link it to the subscriber chat.
You know, when she's doing barbell press, she has it in position, you know. But what she does is she goes down to bend her knees and then drive up so that she's using just full momentum. And in doing so, ensures that almost none of that is actually
So,
her
like,
shoulders.
it should be like slow and then like
Yeah, it
nice
should be
methodical.
Yeah, it should be straight back, tight core, standing straight, and all you're doing is pushing straight up from. Yeah, that's essentially what she was doing. And I mean, like, so some people argue technically, if she's trying to do like endurance training or something, but you could get a lot more out of doing almost anything else. Like, if anything, she's getting more of a leg workout from that. Because all she's doing is driving through her legs. And then using momentum to bring it up. And then she's just up, down, up, down, up, down. So, yeah, she's not using shoulders at all. And the whole point of military press, let's say, if that's what she was trying to do, is all shoulders, up, down, controlled.
Makes me think about every time, dude, my shoulder popping. Oh, it's doing it now.
Yeah, that's not good.
It's bad.
I want to rehab that. But anyway, so that was the first one. But that's a little more forgivable than the just typical, what'd you call it, Blue? The floppy fish?
The floppy fish no jutsu.
Yeah. She pulls out the floppy fish no jutsu. And she goes for the pull-ups, but you can, just by the name, you can already assume she's doing the classic. I was like,
if you put her this way, she'd be doing the worm on the floor.
Yeah.
Like,
I was like, okay, let me count how many times she does a pull-up. Okay, she didn't do one pull-up because it's just the
The floppy fish
literally
no jutsu.
momentum.
Yeah. First off, it's all momentum. You're not using anything. And then secondly,
I'm watching it now, man. It is.
I can't tell you how bad. Not only that though, but people don't understand how bad that is for your shoulders. You can seriously injure yourself
for April
doing it.
Fools.
Yeah, and then I tried, and I was like, I'm not gonna hurt my shoulder. Ironically, trying to like make an April Fool's video. Because after seeing that, Rob was like, "You should do a video." It's like, "Yo, guys, like, I know you've wanted to see my routine, so I thought." So I start my day with some pull-ups, and then I just do the floppy fish and like cut halfway. But then I tried, and I was like, "Bro, I don't even want to do this."
Like, and then my favorite part is that cage she has is huge.
Oh, and
dude.
it's just,
and it is just rattling.
Yeah,
like that cage is not supposed to move like that. That thing has like 45 plates on it, and it is still somehow being rattled by this woman.
It's just,
I thought we should touch on that. If maybe I'll have it in the link in the description or something.
And I know some people might be listening, like, see, this is why I don't go to the gym. People judge. No,
like,
well, there's one thing. If you're trying, there's a way to properly do it. But like what you're doing, well, one, you look dumb. You look like a floppy fish. Two, my problem with it, like especially the floppy fish, is all you're doing is you're hurting yourself.
And the reason I'm roasting her is she is openly posting like, this is what the fuck I do, motherfuckers. Like, this is how I stay in shape, bitch. Like, with me, it's like, okay, you've opened yourself to criticism at this point. Now, if she was like, just started or something like that, like, tell me what you think of my form. Like, I'd be a little nicer.
I'd be willing to help, but like, well, yeah.
Here's my workout to own the libs.
Yeah. And then it's just like, all you did was own yourself. Like,
yes.
Ooh,
so funny. I really need my Peloton, dude. I need to get back into working out. After seeing that, I was like, that just looks so bad.
Well, that reminds me, probably mid-May will be the first time I go back to my gym. Very
you're going back.
Because today I get my microchip as of the day of this recording. Very
Posted
fun.
from a Windows phone.
Yeah.
Posted from Android.
Jeff Bezos and what
Bill
kind
Gates
of vaccine?
Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson? What are we talking?
I'm actually not sure. But it's the two-parter, all I know.
Okay, go.
So part one is today for the vaccine. And then I'm saying in May because apparently then you wait about 3 weeks to get your second one. And then after that, you got to wait about 1 week. And then you're supposed to be pretty much good to go. So then what I'm hoping is that'll be about early May to mid-May. And then I'll try the gym. I'm going to still bring a mask because the mask mandate here in Colorado actually lifts the day this podcast goes live, I believe. The 4th. Yeah.
So if I see someone in the grocery store that's not wearing a mask, I don't have to be like, what a fucking asshole. Like, it's like allowed now.
Yeah. Starting Sunday, whatever, it's not mandated anymore, which I think it's a little early.
I agree. A little early.
I do, the vaccines have been rolled out and stuff, but obviously not completely.
Wait,
banned.
it's on Sunday. It's gonna be lifted.
I believe so. It's either the 4th or the 8th. I'm not sure.
I'm gonna be at the Nuggets game on Sunday, so I'll be interested to see if people are wearing masks there. I'm sure the Nuggets and the NBA make people. I'm sure they're able to have different.
When I went out to get
the state.
When I went out to get my some of my meal prep stuff, that's when I heard him talking about it, and someone was like, "Oh, like, do you hear like mask mandate lifts in like 2 days? Like, I'm so excited or whatever." And I was like, I'm still gonna wear my mask, but yeah, that's cool, I guess. Like,
it's not that big. My dad takes it off, dude, and he's like, let me find something that. Okay, say this is a mask. Okay, he takes the mask off. He's like,
So it's not that deep, dude.
Like, oh my god! Like, we were in a King
it takes
Soopers
like
one
an
time.
O2.
Yeah, like he takes it off like he just failed a surgery. You know, like
God. Another one
my
dead.
Yeah, and it's just like, dude, we were in there for 15 minutes. Like,
yeah, I mean, I can agree. Well, my only thing is, it's been over like a year now, and that's the thing for me. Well, one, I can't necessarily complain too much because there are workers out there, for instance, who have to wear 14 hours a day or whatever.
absolutely.
I live in my house, so for me, it's just whenever I go out, which isn't that often. So for me, it's it's like. It's way less of an inconvenience. So for other people, I can understand, but also at the same time, you've been doing this for over a year now. Like, you're used to it. You haven't died. Like, I know it might be a bit of an inconvenience, and some people are excited, but for me, like I even said, moving forward, I'm probably more likely.
I will have a mask on all the time.
Yeah, more likely to wear masks. Because, like, the thing, too, is it'll be a while to not get used to that, because right now, like, if I go outside, even if I'm like taking my trash cans out to like the front of our yard or whatever, and I don't have a mask on, I'm sitting there like, wait, something's off. I'm outside, but I don't have a mask. It's like I don't even need one right now, but it just feels weird.
Well, when I see somebody like in a YouTube video or like even a movie, I'm like, where are the masks at? Like, where? Like, why do I feel like something's missing here?
Well, yeah, that's I remember this Reddit post about how every movie right now, not where people aren't wearing a mask, is a period piece, because you can it's immediately dated. Like, oh, well, I know that wasn't during the pandemic.
Yeah, but I guess we're almost out of it.
Hopefully. Well, there are more strains and blah blah blah, and we'll see. But this is certainly a good start to my puppy.
What are vaccines looking like for you, Blue? Yeah, what's Texas like? What is kind of just a free-for-all black market over there?
Dude, it's like, well, we've been trying to get on a list forever now, and Texas is just awful at handling it. So, they opened up vaccines to everyone, like last week, but like, I can't, like, they're like, yeah, call this line periodically. Oh, new vaccines are opening up tomorrow. Make sure you call this line. Call it, an hour on wait. Get hung up on. Tight. I'll do this tomorrow.
Yeah,
like several days in a row.
It sounds like it's almost like how the unemployment phone line was when like the pandemic kind of started. Like, people would call and it like 99% of the calls would drop, and then like the 1% that do get through, they have to wait 20 minutes, so 90% of that 1% end up dropping out. So like, not everybody is even close to end up getting what they need.
I will say, though, I can already see the light at the end of the tunnel, because this past weekend, or a week and a half ago, was the first in-person Smash tournament to be held in the world in like a year. And it was in Japan, and I watched
be there
that.
In 6 months.
Was it LAN?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
it was like tournament. Everyone was in person. I watched it. I was like, I'm home. This is it.
Were people social distancing, or was it just like normal?
Well, I mean, like, everyone had masks. They're still pretty
normally in
careful about
Japan,
it.
they normally always had masks even before the pandemic.
I mean, I could only see. I only watched the VOD matches, so I don't know, like, in between. I didn't really see like crowd shots, but
not any big names, I'm guessing. Like
No, they're all the big Japanese names.
Zachary?
Japanese players. Yeah, Zachary,
Wow. dope.
T, Kameme.
Who won?
Japan is a surprisingly close knit Smash community.
And they had some banger players or characters
Oh,
in
was
top 8
that?
too.
Oh no, I'm thinking of the.
Oh yeah, that Wadi with the
Yeah.
reflect the thwack, whatever. Shake on it, like GG.
Yeah, that was funny.
Which that reminds me, there actually was a hero that got top 3, that got a third in that tournament. Went on to beat tons of people. Like heroes have never
crits?
placed that high. He did get 1 crit that I saw, and actually still lost the match, which was crazy. He had a huge advantage. But the guy's a pretty nutty hero. I'll give it to him.
What can a crit kill at 30 or?
Something like that. It depends on where you are in the stage and the boxes,
Yeah.
blah blah. But like, he did get 1 crit 2 on a shield, which won him a game, which is annoying because if you crit a shield, it just breaks.
It.
Yeah.
And then you.
So as the other player, you're like, what's the counterplay there? Like just
Cry.
yeah. Like what are you gonna do? But yeah, he played hero, and honestly, made hero pretty fun to play. I think he's just a fun kid. He's fun to watch. He's not fun to play against. And then there's an insane Pokemon trainer who I'm currently watching the finals. I don't know who wins, but he's like not sponsored. He's like never really gone, never traveled, but he made
House
top
Fruit's
2.
gonna pick him up.
Yeah, the House Fruit Esports org. Our first signing. Adelier, I believe his name is, and just an insane Pokemon trainer. The reason I haven't gotten through grand finals though is because it's against T, who mains Pac-Man, and so
What is
just
Pac-Man S tier?
Pac-Man's so good, but it's very annoying to play
so
against.
boring to watch.
Is he
and
like
play against.
Olimar now or something?
Well, I mean, T is the best Pac-Man player. Like, Pac-Man's good, but he's like...
What makes him boring? I can't think of a way you play Pac-Man that makes him boring.
Here's Pac-Man gameplay. I throw hydrant. I hide behind hydrant. I go through all my things until I find bell or key. Then I approach you.
See, like with Olimar,
Or Galaga.
Like when Olimar kills, like he gets up on your shit and he kills you. Like he'll zone you until he gets aggressive. Whereas Pac-Man is like Metro. You get fire hydrant, you dead.
Yeah. Galaga. Boop, 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 catch. Galaga. Boop, 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 hit you. Pop, pop, pop. Throw.
Oh, I forgot Galaga can like literally like take you, catch you, and then like take you off of the stick, right?
Well, no, it like does a boo, so it can like hit you, and then combo. Then he has hydrant, push you off stage, and then he'll sit behind his hydrant. That's the whole thing. Because then
I
you
guess I
cycle
never have
through
played
items.
Pac-Man that much to like know how he
It's
plays.
very boring to watch. Very boring.
High level Pac-Man barely looks different
Pac-Man mirror.
than some rando playing Pac-Man.
It's just he's better at combos and whatnot. And that's the thing. It's like the best way to describe it is he only approaches you when he's in advantage because he has whatever item he needs or whatever. And so it can be a little boring. But the Pokemon player, just hype. So that was fun. The hero player was fun. He didn't camp or anything. He did some crazy stuff. There was some Roy. Roy's our boy.
More.
Roy made like 4th or 5th maybe. Zachary got out at 4th or top 4.
Really, I was thinking he would probably win. What was he playing?
Wario and Rob, but mainly Wario.
Glad I'm still in the pick stage.
And I'm trying to think. There's some other cool ones, but overall nice. And at the end of the day, it was just like completely different vibes. It's on LAN. You don't have to worry about lag. You get to see the players in person. I don't know. It's just
Pop offs. Any pop offs?
It's Japan, so not really.
Yeah.
It's much more like well played.
Yeah, they're very like I feel like a pop off for them is like
Yeah. For me, it's like that's why I would never make a good competitive player. I'm way too emotional.
Oh,
Like-
what do you mean? That makes like for a good like.
Yeah, but like with
people
some
like
of
the
them, like
pop-offs.
when Zachary lost and stuff, like usually he's an emotional player, but he was like, good game.
Yeah, like-
I'd be over there like in my chair, like head down, just like shaking, like I'm not getting up for a couple minutes, like
And then you give him
I
like
got-
the handshake. You give him one of like these.
yeah, like whatever, dude, or like
Like you're just shaking my hand because you just have to shake my hand. Like you don't
Yeah.
want to shake my hand.
I'd be terrible. I'd be way too emotional, and that's the thing about emotional players is if you're feeling it, that can be
You,
a
like,
big
tail off of
upside.
it.
But if you tilt or like you're in your head, that's
If you get in that flow state, it's a good thing for emotional players. But like if you get in that like a tilt kind of, oh my god, I just almost choked that, but now everybody's watching me. Now I'm not even gonna do anything to kind of put myself in that situation again. Oh, I lost.
You lost, which is why I think I like Zach Ray, because he's a very emotional player. So I feel for him. But yeah, that was just really nice to see. And
I can't wait for the first CS:GO actual like LAN event. I think there's only one major this year though.
Oh, that also reminds me. I also watched a Mortal Kombat tournament this past weekend.
Oh, is that where I saw a Sonic Fox tweet about that?
Yeah, which I never really watched Mortal Kombat, but again, I was like, a LAN tournament of a fighting game right now? Sure.
Is he still playing Joker?
Yeah, he's Joker, and then I forget her name. It was like Jane for like 1 or 2 matches because of this counter pick. But yeah, he played Joker, and it was a nuts tournament, but it was all in person. That was cool to watch. It was actually a really cool setup they had.
Mortal Kombat.
Watch that again. Like that was it. I'm just so desperate for fighting tournaments because that's what I used to just always do on my weekends.
Love fighting tournaments.
Maybe if Fruit Summit happens and everybody gets vaccine, we can have a Fruit Summit fighting tournament.
Yeah.
I'm down.
I was thinking about it, dude. Like, we can crowdsource Fruit Summit with, how like GCX streams, we do a Fruit Summit fundraising stream where we have a 24-hour stream. Let's say the first 5 hours is Mr. Fruit's part of the stream where Mr. Fruit raises, and these are his goals and his incentives to raise money for the Fruit Summit. And then the next 4 hours is Mr. BlueWestlo. And then it's just kind of people have their own incentives. And that's how we crowdsource to get people here for Fruit Summit. And then like also buy like equipment and cameras and all that kind of stuff. I was thinking about that. Yeah.
Or we could do it fighting game style.
Where we fight to the
So we do like a Fruit Summit crowdsourcing tournament, you're saying?
Instead of like people donate to their okay, I didn't think about this.
But I like the idea though. I do like the tournament kind of idea that
I love where this is headed. You've got something good, we'll call you back.
Good starting point. But I was just thinking about that the other day on stream, and I want Fruit Summit. Like, it was weird to think that we haven't had a Fruit Summit in, is it going to be 2 years now?
This August will be 2 years. Pardon your regularly scheduled podcast listening for this short ad break.
You're telling me you've gotten halfway through this podcast and you still haven't looked into Mint Mobile? Did you not hear that Mint Mobile can cut your wireless bill to just $15 a month? There's no catch. Mint Mobile doesn't hand a bunch of mysterious fees down to you because they have some overhead fees. Mint Mobile has saved me about $50 when it comes to my wireless bill. Hopefully, Mint Mobile can save you even more. For people just looking for extra savings, Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for just $15 a month. All plans come with unlimited talk, text, and high-speed data delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. Use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and keep your same phone along with your existing contacts. If you're not 100% satisfied, Mint Mobile has you covered with their 7-day money-back guaranteed. So what are you waiting for? To get your new wireless plan for just $15 a month and get your plan shipped to your door for free, go to mintmobile.com/GG. That's mintmobile.com/GG. Cut your wireless bill to just $15 a month at mintmobile.com/GG. Thank you, Mint Mobile and Ryan Reynolds, for sponsoring this podcast.
Does not feel like 2 years. But granted, it also, I was thinking about it the other day. It's like, I've been doing this for like 7 years. And to think, like, time is so relative now because, like, when I was, like, I can remember distinctly having this thought one day in, like, 5th grade where I was like, man, I've only been in school for, like, 6 years. And if I want to get through high school, that's like 7 more years. Oh, my God. And those are the slow 7 years of my life. And, bro, these past 7 years, it's like I blinked and they're gone.
Because you're having fun.
That, and then also, like I said, time's relative. So, like, it's different because at the time when I was in 5th grade, 6 years was half of my life or whatever.
Yeah.
And now 7 years is the 4th of my life or something.
Well, yeah, I was talking to Leopard. He had like his 35th birthday, and his title was like closer to 70 than I am 0. Like,
that's weird to think about. Yeah, I don't know. It's just
Like we meet, like
odd.
for instance, like us three, like we're closer to 50 than we are like 1 or 0.
Hey man, that's really not cool. Thanks for reminding me
Yeah.
of that.
Sorry to put that existential crisis on you guys, but
I've already had enough of an existential crisis. I don't need this. Plus
But
the
you know what helps
pandemic.
me
Just...
with my existential crisis.
Oh,
Our
what's?
Our dope movies.
Oh, nice segue.
And can I say, and I might be a victim in the moment here. Okay. We may have our first 10 of 2021.
Oh,
Whoa! Wow, that is a hot take.
and I know that's not a hot take.
Rob's-
I mean, I wouldn't.
Rob's saying 10. Oh, are you
I don't
saying?
think it's that hot of a take.
Wait,
I'm
are you
saying it's a
saying
10.
of
Okay,
the
hold on,
movies?
hold on.
The movies
Rob?
of 2021?
Yes.
Oh, well then that's pretty. I thought you meant just like overall.
Oh no, I'm saying also as overall. A
The
10.
greatest
wow.
movie of all time.
I'm saying it
Here-
right now.
Here's my non-spoiler review for King Kong vs. Godzilla.
That's what we're
Get
talking
your
about.
free subscription to HBO Max and go watch it. I would recommend this way over Justice League. Think about that for a second. Okay.
It's also way more approachable.
I think this is the first time a movie studio has gotten a versus kind of thing correctly. Like Jason versus Freddy, Alien versus Predator, Batman versus Superman,
Hey,
whatever
whoa,
other
that was a good one.
other
stop.
versuses they've had out there.
You need to stop.
I think this movie has like, in SpongeBob when Squidward's teaching him how to like sculpt and Squidward hits the thing and it just
Yeah.
and SpongeBob hits it once and it perfect like thing. I think King Kong is that. I think it found the perfect little crack. It starts a little slow. And you need to kind of
But I feel
buy
like
into it.
They have to, because I thought about that too, but if they immediately throw you into it, it loses
Yeah.
it. Like they have to
Yeah, that's what.
build up the tension, the
I
suspense.
feel like the balance of setup to payoff was perfect.
I agree.
Personally,
I think from the beginning it was a little slow and you're like, I don't really get this. I don't really understand it. But as the movie goes on, you kind of like, all right, I'm in this. Like, I get it. Yeah. What about you, Blue?
I'm just gonna get out of the way. I'm gonna give this a movie 9 BlueWestlos out of 10 BlueWestlos.
It's a lot of BlueWestlos.
I thought it was a dope movie. The second half of the movie, 10 out of 10. The first half, a little slow, solid 8 out of 10. We still get like a little action.
It's
but,
understandable. You need to set it up.
Yeah.
Set up was a little slow. Team Godzilla, not gonna lie, still a little cringe, but I started watching it and I was like almost like rooting for Kong. I was like, fuck.
Dude,
I'm Team Godzilla, dude.
It was weird.
I'm Team Godzilla all the way.
And that's what I liked about it is like as a Godzilla
Internally,
fan,
you're
I
like,
walked
I
in there
can't.
going like, come on, Kong,
And-
get up, man. Get up.
yeah, that's
like,
what I said.
Come on, monkey.
So when I say Team
up.
Godzilla, I mean the Millie Bobby Brown crew. That's what I meant
Yeah.
by Team Godzilla.
That one was.
They were a little weird, but whatever.
I did think that
the
part was-
podcast hacker dude was actually really funny though. But when I said I was like, dude, I'm Team Godzilla, like, but then I was like, fuck, I feel for Monke.
Yeah.
What am I feeling for Monke? And then like at the end of it, I was like, yo, Monke, get up, man. You can't just let Godzilla
Get up,
embarrass
bro.
you like that, man. And then I was like, damn, dude, like Godzilla and Kong are both dope. So by the end of the movie, I was like, this is the
Group hug.
resolution I wanted.
Group hug.
This is
Come
the
on.
resolution I wanted. Yep. This is exactly what I wanted. I wanted this. I wanted exactly what I got.
I didn't know I wanted that, but we got that.
I didn't know I wanted what we got, but we got it and I wanted it
Yeah.
and I want it and we got it.
What about you? Your non-spoiler review, Mr. Fruit.
It was great. It was everything I wanted. Well, not quite everything I wanted,
We'll
but
find out.
yeah, I would say
he
yeah,
has
like
criticisms.
9 out of 10.
Yeah, let's go.
There's
Nice.
really no complaints. I just can't. Like the only movie I guess I could give 10 out of 10, it would have to be Dark Knight level for me. So
Okay.
That's
But 9 out of 10.
understandable. But like, not many movies make me feel like hype.
Me too.
You know what I mean? Like I was.
I'm telling you, I still, even
When
though I already saw it in the trailer when he's on that cruiser, freaking King Kong comes up, freaking Boosh.
Yeah, the
like that.
punch. I was like, that was like their first contact, and I was like,
Yeah.
I'm hyped up.
I'm moving
My
on to the
butt clenched.
spoiler review now. Okay? If you have not seen the movie, I'm sorry.
Spoilers.
Yeah, now's the
I
time
will
to kind
probably
of
forget to put this in like I did last time. So
yeah, so like
skip,
just
like,
kind of know,
10,
like
15
just kind of
minutes.
skip forward, and then just kind of find out where we go. All right, we ready?
and
for
then if
Patreon
you hear
questions?
us say King Kong eats
Yeah.
Godzilla balls, you're probably like, ooh, still spoilers. So then keep going.
So my biggest fear going into this movie was we were gonna get the same fucking versus trope we always get. And I knew we were gonna get like Mecha Godzilla. They kind of like hinted at that in the trailer, so we knew we were gonna get that. I was afraid we were gonna get the we're fighting right now. There is no winner. We must come together and band together for common enemy.
Throw together. Like, wait.
Yeah, like
I thought it was gonna be corny, but the way.
Yeah, it was not like I sent Christian this meme. I had not seen the movie yet, but it was it's like Godzilla fighting Kong when he's like standing on top of him, and when Godzilla screams in his mouth, it's like Martha, save Martha, and Kong's like, why are you using that name? And then Godzilla's like, so like, it was just
It's like spoilers, dude. That's how.
Yeah.
It went.
So I gave it a 10 because I love God. I am a Godzilla stan. I used to watch the little old movies with my dad when my dad was a kid, and he watched the dude in the suit Godzilla. Those were my dad's favorite movies. So I grew up on the Mothra movies, the Jet Jack movie, the video games. To finally see like a Godzilla movie that when Godzilla goes to punch King Kong, it doesn't go, and let's see what Millie Bobby Brown is doing down here. Like it actually stuck on for Godzilla to go like fucking drop a fucking haymaker on him and drop a suplex. It was
watch out.
There's not many movies where like I feel on the outside I should be like yeah, but like inside, like while I'm watching, I'm just like like this is sick. Like I'm literally inside, I'm like yeah, but like outside Sydney's like this is cool. I'm like yeah, this is pretty sweet.
Dude, I was like,
sorry.
that's what I was. Well,
Go ahead.
I was like, oh my god, I was so I got my mom to watch it, and I wanted to see her reaction to it. So I'm just like, hey, do you want to just like very nonchalant me? I'd already watched it earlier in the morning, but then I was like, hey, you want to watch Godzilla vs Kong? She's like, what's Godzilla versus? Oh yeah, that seems really good. And then like, as she started watching it, I could see her getting into it. And I was like, yep, this is a tight fucking movie. That's fucking right. And then like you get to the final battle scene, she's like invested in it. And I was like, it's fucking right.
It's
so
it's
I'm just like I'm sitting here
violent.
like waiting to watch other people's reactions. And I see her like, oh, like, pog face. And then by the end of the movie, it's like, so what'd you think? She was like, oh, I thought it was good.
Yeah, like that was all right. Like,
but like internally, when I watched it, I was like, "Fuck his shit up, Kong.
Yeah.
Fucking no, Godzilla. Don't be a fucking bitch, Godzilla. Beat Kong. He's a monkey. Use laser beam. Let's fucking go, Godzilla."
Yeah,
I was hyped.
There is a little bit of like, and that's where it kind of took me out. It takes a little bit of belief, but then again, I'm watching giant monkey fight giant. So like, buying into like that there is these, what is it, like these tunnels that go to the center
Hollowed Earth,
that go to Hollow Earth, which is it its own planet, or is that what is in
it's its own ecosystem, like
Hollow
that's the
Earth.
core. Yeah,
so that's what the mantle of our Earth is
well,
in
the
that
core
universe.
mantle is it's not important.
Oh, so the mantle is like the lava around it.
No, never mind. Just
Okay. Yeah, don't
just
even
getting
worry
technical for no reason. Yeah. It's just,
okay. Anyways,
it's the core of the Earth.
I thought it was really, really fucking cool. I was a little disappointed. The only thing I was really disappointed about, I thought
they did
were
my
gonna...
boy dirty. Yeah.
Dude, okay, first of all, let's just get it out of the way. Godzilla wins, which is dope. Thank God in this
Godzilla
movie.
beat his
Of
ass.
course, they had to write
Not
it
even
that way
close.
because everyone complained, but we know Kong would destroy Godzilla.
No. They have written Godzilla to be so overpowered in this monsterverse. If Kong couldn't beat his ass.
There's a
with
reason,
a super powered axe, by the way. So your boy is a pussy.
There's a reason why when Godzilla rolls up in the ocean, everyone goes, oh shit. And then like when King Kong is just in cuffs and
we're not
on the
doing
boat,
this.
everyone's just like, oh, chill.
We're not doing this right now. Point is,
Okay, to be
the
fair,
way
he
they
was
did it-
88% sedated. If he was not,
okay, whatever.
Chase didn't stand a chance. Okay.
The point is, I thought the way that it was perfect. In spoilers, where they have Godzilla win in the 1v1,
It was very sad.
but in the ultimate, like in the penultimate, big bad,
Yeah.
Kong gets the kill.
That's what I was.
So
down
I
with
liked that. I thought that was chill.
And
I
Godzilla
was
had to
also-
admit, like, yo, I'm struggling over here. Let me
I need you.
supercharge your axe. You know what I'm saying? I got you, homie.
With the layup, I thought that was sick.
That's what I didn't think I wanted. I was thinking it's gonna go with the trope that they are fighting at the same time, and then Mecha Godzilla like interrupts them, and then they come together, and then how do you see at the end when it's like both of them like, all right, like we're good, like that's what I wanted so bad. I wanted Godzilla to walk up to Gong and just kind of dap him.
But like, let's be let's be real.
But instead,
like
we got
Godzilla wrecked his shit.
Like, he's
He
like, I
ran
still
that
run
shit.
this shit. Like,
we got a clear winner, and then Godzilla got destroyed by Mechagodzilla, and Kong's like, all right, I guess I'll help. And then after the fact, Godzilla's like, yo, we cool, but like, remember, I can do that again.
I run this set.
Yeah.
Like,
he's like, just
this
remember,
is my set.
if you want to run that back, I will, but I don't
My
think you
favorite,
do.
dude, is he just fucks Hong Kong up, like just destroys the city, and then just is like, all right, I'm out. Like, my bad.
Yeah, he's like, I
I'm
ain't
going
dealing
back
with
to
this.
the ocean.
I ain't doing this aftermath. That's up to you.
Yeah, Cindy was like, where does Godzilla live? I was like, just the ocean. I was like, wherever the fuck Godzilla wants to live. I was like, that's where Godzilla lives.
Claire and I were watching it though, and I was like, poor Hong Kong. I was like, this place is just getting absolutely
Yeah, like it was like
destroyed.
such a, like the ending was like all like, yay, we did it, but it was like, bro,
millions dead. Like
millions are dead.
I was thinking about the logistics of it. I was like, Godzilla blew a hole to the center of the earth. Like,
That place is radioactive forever now.
what do you? How do you fix that?
some guy in Hong Kong is like, woo!
I thought that was so like Godzilla's like, all right, I'm gonna fuck up Mecha Godzilla, and then like he hears like Kong like do the thing. He's like, motherfucker. All right, well. He's like, oh.
Yeah,
It's so sick.
hold my laser beam real quick. So yeah, I guess the one thing that didn't quite make sense was, well, I mean, maybe they'll answer all this in like another one if they end up doing it. Was one, what happened to Kong's family, like his predecessors, but also why did their thing have the Godzilla tail around it? So like what I understand is they pretty much said like the Titans were always fighting for Alpha, but like apparently everyone knew Godzilla and his species were Alpha, right? So
Maybe,
but it seems like
think they worshipped him or something.
but they still like, just like when they're having to like watch out for the territorial seas, like they were still trying to be Alpha, but why would you bother if you clearly know? Like, I guess you can't help it. You gotta.
I think
try
it's
and
almost Godzilla has to prove that he's Alpha. It's not so much Kong has to show that he's Alpha. It's just Kong's like, well, fuck, I have to fight this guy because this dude wants to get down.
Yeah, it's like Godzilla's like MK Leo. And then
I thought, I will admit, one of the coolest scenes though is when that like the evil rich dude is like talking and he's like, this shit is like mine. And then you literally see like in the background Mechagodzilla just turn around and look at him like, come on. He just looks at him. You see him go.
I said, what?
Yeah, and then it like turns and then that was
I want to talk about how sick Mechagodzilla's design was.
I really dug it.
The eyes were so creepy. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Well, I liked like the, oh my gosh, it's robot Godzilla. No, it's Mecha Godzilla.
And I was like, oh, he said it.
He said the thing.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? I thought like I think the original Mechagodzilla origins, I could be wrong here. I could be wrong. Is that I could totally be wrong. Okay, because this could be Space Godzilla. That Mechagodzilla in the originals was controlled by like aliens or something like that. I'm not sure if that is canon. But in the old ones, I think that's what it is that Mechagodzilla came from space and is controlled by space. Or I don't know. Anyways, I thought it was a really cool idea that like this dude makes it because he wants like humans to be the apex predator. He doesn't want like Godzilla to, which like makes sense, you know, like I can kind of see the idea behind that. Like humans are afraid.
And they had a Jaeger pilot.
Yeah, and like they know like Godzilla is the apex person on Earth. You know, humans are no longer the number one on Earth. And that's what I was talking to Sydney. I was like, if Godzilla was a real thing, I was like, I would probably lead the Church of Godzilla. Like, how could you not think that thing is like the god of your Earth if that was like an actual thing? And then like Shanghai and like Hong Kong are blowing up, and Sydney's like, you want this? Like,
Well,
like,
my entire
more
time
than
is
anything.
I buy into everything in the movie, except I'm sitting there like, you know, there's a reason these things don't exist. Ecosystems can't support this. Godzilla's in that forest. How is he finding enough sustenance to be able to grow to that kind of size? How could he fit? I'm saying, like, there's a food chain, it just doesn't work. Like, it's not possible. And that's like,
Well, Hollow Earth, there's a lot of food there, but it doesn't seem like, I don't know if Godzilla goes to Hollow Earth.
Well, I think that was the implication that they tried to make, is that that's how Godzilla gets around so damn quick. Is he probably uses
Those warp tunnel things.
Well, there probably aren't. That was a man-made warp.
Yeah, I see,
tunnel.
but yeah, like a.
So Godzilla probably uses like the natural ones that he's, because I mean the implication is, right, like on the surface, there's no way these dudes, like, just logistically, there's no way these Titans will ever have enough sustenance. Like they would have to be constantly eating small little fish. Whereas like on Hollow Earth, everything's wumbo size. So they just eat there.
wumbo. Like, I was a little sad. I was hoping they were going to do a callback or something at the end with Mecha. When King Kong finally destroys Mechagodzilla, he like rips the head out. But I was hoping he was going to do like ripping apart the jaw. I was really hoping for that the whole movie.
Oh, I like the spine. How like the little.
Yeah, but he already did that with the weird flying bug in Hollow Earth.
Oh,
so I was hoping one of them would be the classic, like,
And then he
like
just
ripping the
drinks
jaw
it.
open. Yeah, clears over there like, my man's got to eat. What do you want?
But like, I really feel like Kong was the main character of this movie. You know what I mean?
100%.
Like, not Millie Bob Brown, not this family. Like the main character is Kong. You literally, you know what I was like, Kong is the main character of this movie? When an explosion happens and Kong jumps off of like the thing and it's like an action movie.
Yeah, that's the protagonist right there.
That's what I was like. He is the Tom Cruise of this. Sydney was like, all right, that was kind of cheesy. And that's when I was like, he's the main character. Like, when I, whoa.
Like, that was cheesy. I was like, hello, this is Godzilla versus King Kong. What you want?
Yeah, that's exactly what like I was thinking. That movie was sick. Like, I am all about it.
I love that movie, dude. It was so
Like,
good.
it
I've already
really
watched it like
found-
3 times, and whenever I get vaccinated, I'm going to theaters.
I went on my HBO Go Blue and I saw it was all filled, and I was like, good for you, Blue. I was like, he had fun.
Yeah.
I was like, he had a good time.
Yeah, I didn't mind the build up too much, but I do like that they're slowly realizing like we don't need as much human stuff because really, aside from the Millie Bobby Brown stuff, there wasn't much, which is fine by me.
I will say on the human side, they did a really good job of intertwining the human characters with Kong.
Yeah, into the
Like
story.
usually it's just cringe, like ooh, like the Apex Cybernetics Team Godzilla was a little weird, how they just happened to be there, versus, you know, you have this little girl who has a connection to Kong, and Kong can connect with them, and
she's like from the actual Skull Island, like it's
and we have a reason to want Kong to go home, like,
and then like you find out Monkey talks, like
yeah. So
See,
the
like-
human element didn't feel so bad because it was so connected. The characters probably didn't see much growth, but like, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
gives
we're
shit.
not here to see the growth of the character.
But Kong,
As long as
the
they
growth of
interact
Kong
with as long
is
as they
great.
actually interact with the monsters in a way that makes sense, I'm down.
So yeah, I think that was good. And then like that, like when they're fighting, and especially like the end scene in Hong Kong, it wasn't like, oh, they're fighting, let's cut to see what the humans are doing. They just let them fight,
Yeah,
and that
And-
was the best part.
and they fight, bro. They do like techniques. They do like
Yo,
these
they
special
fight.
combo moves. It's sweet. Like, I
I
realized
love that.
my cat Max, he has a Godzilla mouth. Like when when Godzilla like Max's mouth looks like that, bro. Like legit.
I still, every time Godzilla does a scream, goosebumps. So
Oh,
good.
it's so cool. Except imagine that in your face in front of Kong. Like, it was so cool. Like, I did not think that they were actually going to give Godzilla the W. The fact that like
I'll be
it
honest.
is clear
I'm
that like
like a King Kong stan. I'm not delusional. I know Godzilla's stronger, right?
Yes.
I'm not dumb. Would I like
Yeah.
to see King Kong somehow win? Yeah. Did I think he was gonna win? No. Did he win? No. Do I just like
But it
Monkey
is-
more? Yeah, but
exactly. But like see at the beginning of the movie, if you had told me in the trailer that Godzilla has a beam breath away from just blowing King Kong's face off, I'd be like, do it, Godzilla.
do
Do
it.
But like learning about Kong and seeing like the kind of like growths he makes and learning about his family and where he's come from, and that like he might be the last of his kind.
Poor monkey.
It's kind of like, yo, Godzilla, spare him. He can help you. You know, he can be your little jester in the court. You know, just have him be somewhere.
What
Just keep
the-
him on the board. You know, just keep him
Keep
on the board.
directors.
Yeah, just keep him there.
Yeah, I liked everything. Really, I liked how Godzilla seemed like the bad guy. Although immediately, as soon as he attacked that thing and I saw the eye, it immediately made sense to me why he was doing it.
Mhm.
The one thing I don't understand is like he's been trying to stop us. I just don't like, how did Godzilla know? Like they
He
seem
just has
to
that sense.
well, yeah, they seem to think like there's some kind of a pulse coming from the eyes or something, but like
He feels like energies. He feels like energy. Like
I guess it
pulses.
must have been because they were using the Hydra
I
skull or
think it
whatever,
was the
The
Ghidorah
Ghidorah
skull.
skull.
or the Ghidorah skull, maybe
I think
something like that.
I think it had a lot to do with the fact that they were designed. And I mean, like if Godzilla, like even with like a hint of Ghidorah, he'd be like, that's like a PTSD tick. Like he's like, I gotta go kill
Round
him
two?
again. I gotta go.
That's what I thought. That was the only thing I wanted. I thought like we were all being hinted at Mecha Godzilla, and then at the last second that it's Mecha Ghidorah. That because like at the end of the other one, it's like Tywin Lannister, and he has like the neck and the head of one of the Ghidorah.
Well,
heads.
I guess it just makes sense. Why would I make Mecha Ghidorah if normal Ghidorah lost to Godzilla? So why would I make,
Because you can enhance Mecha Ghidorah. Ghidorah is the closest thing that ever come close to killing Godzilla.
that's
Monster
true.
Zero.
Ghidorah is also, they make
Badass.
Ghidorah like OP as hell.
They did.
He was
He's so
sick.
cool. He is one of the. I think out of all of the Godzilla monsters, he's probably has the coolest design. Would be my choice as one. Or I like Organa too. Or Destroya. Destroya is really cool too.
Sure is tight.
He's like crystals.
I'm a Monster
Shit.
X stan.
Yeah.
But all I know is, every time Godzilla does that thing, because that still one of my favorite reveals in any movie was the original Godzilla back in 2012 or whatever, where one, I think that movie did a great job of building up Godzilla. We don't see him for a while, like you don't get to see him in his full. You see shadows, but when it's like that airport on Hawaii or whatever, and you get the first Godzilla scream,
Yeah.
that was like big fat nerd nut for me.
And what's great about like this kind of movie too is like it's not like Godzilla 2016 anymore, where the whole payoff of kind of 2016 is like the first scene in Godzilla vs. Kong, where Godzilla literally destroys everything and screams and stuff. So you just get that immediately out of the gate instead of having to wait for it for 60 minutes.
Well, and like when they first fought, I was like, okay, Godzilla, we'll catch him on land. Okay.
Yeah.
Like you got
Catch him on land, bro.
Catch me on land. How about that? And then he did. And he still caught hands. I was like, okay. But see, I accept these results though. But I was like, when my man only has like 2 cruisers to have some footing on, like it ain't fair. All right.
Yeah, I'm super down to kind of figure out like Kong's lore. They opened a ton of doors. Now that they have the hollowed earth, you literally have every monster at your disposal. Like I can't think of anything more awesome. Like I hope we get like a destroy all monsters soon. Like that would be so sick.
I think that's definitely what
They're going for.
Well,
are
currently-
going to go for.
I read right now they have no plans for anything. But
They're
that's because, well, they said they're only doing that to gauge what
Interest?
fans want. Yeah. Because, like, that's what they're saying. Like, he even said, too, like, they're going away a little bit from human stuff because clearly that's not what people want. And so, like, and if people think, like, Godzilla versus King Kong, he said something like, if if they even think they still have gripes with that, we could do even less and go more into he says
I actually think it was like the perfect amount. I don't say I would need more monsters or less. I would say that was a good
I felt
amount.
like it was a perfect balance.
I did appreciate
Is there
when
such a thing as too much monster though? Is my question.
No, there's not.
I mean, I think that's the one thing that the human part can help with is building the suspense
Context?
and context. But like in this movie, I think it was necessary at the beginning to build it up because if you go straight into it or whatever, it doesn't have the same effect.
Yeah.
So I think that's what it can help with or breaks. But yeah, I think overall it
Great
was super dope.
Did what a movie's supposed to do.
And I mean, like, if you're going in thinking it's like, Rob says it's a 10 out of 10, we see 9 out of 10, like, oh, it's just going to win awards.
Yeah, no.
It's an action. It's Godzilla versus King Kong. It's, it's, you just know what
I
you're
only
getting
give it a 10
into.
because, like I said, I've grown up with Godzilla. I've played the games. I know the monsters. I know a lot more than the normal person does and has a lot more invested than the normal
He's
person
different.
does.
He's built different.
I just love the monster universe, and I've always wondered why they don't just do that. And now they are looking like they're finally doing it.
It was
Which is fine.
Big Pog was glad it finally came out.
I just want to see
was
Jet
not
Jack
disappointed.
now. If they brought Jet Jack, that'd be so interesting.
So go see that HBO Max or whatever, or I think it comes to theaters soon if you're comfortable with that, or country allows it, or
Jet Jaguar, that's his name.
But overall, go see it. Dope. Glad that we've had some movies between this and Justice League. It's been nice because I really haven't had movies since.
Like, we really didn't have movies all last year.
No.
Which is understandable.
We had a couple here and there, but.
Okay, but I'm trying to think of the movie of the year for 2020. I can't even think of one.
I'd have to look at a list, but I do know that that reminds me of the fact that we just got news that The Witcher Season 2 filming just wrapped. Talk about more entertainment. Oh my God, what are you doing? What are you doing right now?
Watching My Hero.
Oh
no,
my!
I don't know.
You're not kidding. I know you're not kidding.
You know what I'm? No. I've actually rewatched. I'm actually rewatching all the old South
for the
Parks.
80th time.
I'm watching all the old South Parks that I used to
just
watch.
Go watch. But it's like not even 10 hours. The entire
the
thing.
South Parks aren't even 20 minutes, and they're classics, bro. Chimpokomon is a classic episode.
Watch Witcher. Anyway, Witcher Season 2 ended. Super hyped about that.
Very hyped.
Such a good show. Love my boy Henry, and I think Season 2 can only be better too. So I'm just waiting patiently for that.
I'm so ready, dude.
The fact that we could have gotten it this year, though, screw you, COVID.
What did it stop production because of COVID?
Yeah, so much has. So
yeah, I'm sure we're about to enter that lull period of like entertainment that's not new.
But then I feel like once everything catches up, it'll be like a big old explosion, which will be nice.
Woo!
I can't wait.
Dude, I'm looking at like movies that came out in 2020, and I can't even think of one I would pick for movie of the year.
Let me look it up.
Like, here, let me read you like movies that came out in 2020. Okay, The Grudge, Bad Boys for Life. I
forgot Bad Boys for Life came out. That came out like right at the very start.
Well, here are the highest grossing films of 2020. Bad Boys for Life is number one again because out of all of them, that was pretty much the only one that really had a full theatrical run.
Yeah.
Aside from Sonic the Hedgehog, who got second. Birds of Prey, Doolittle, The Invisible Man, Call of the Wild, Onward, Tenet, The Croods, A New Age, or Wonder Woman 1984.
Okay, just kidding. Onward is my movie of the year for 2020. That was such a beautiful movie.
Yeah, so I would say
I loved Onward. Weathering with You came out in 2020, technically. That is your movie of the year as well.
Of those, I guess I'd say Tenet.
I still haven't seen that.
That or I guess Sonic the Hedgehog.
Sonic was actually really good. I actually I watched it not too long ago because I was bored, and I thought it was actually pretty decent. I can't wait for the next one. Bad Boys for Life was actually pretty decent as well.
Wonder Woman was a bit of a letdown.
Big letdown.
But yeah, aside from that, I mean, we didn't have a whole bunch coming out.
No. You had Doolittle, that was Robert Downey Jr.'s really bad, like Dr. Doolittle movie.
He made cash. I'll give him that.
He did make his bank.
He knew what he was doing.
Keep getting them checks.
Keep going, my son.
Oh, Trolls World Tour. I'm surprised that didn't.
Oh, sick.
Movie.
Yeah. So it was a rough year for entertainment, but I'm hoping this has maybe made people appreciate movie theaters more. Although to some degree, I think some people are also like, wait, yeah, if I can just watch movies at home, I want to. Yep. But hopefully for some people, it's made them appreciate movie theaters more. And so we don't lose those because I love them. Aside from that, there was a debate where Halo Infinite got delayed until spring 2022.
Did you almost cry?
Well, what was it like?
April Fools.
It wasn't April Fools. But
it was
Ab,
straight up them being wrong.
Yeah, Ab put it in the DM or something. I forget what I was doing. I was in the middle of something though, and I remember seeing like a little message, and it's like Halo delayed until 2022. And at first, I was like, "Of course it was." Like, I can't really say I'm surprised. Like, what a mess. But then it turns out, I think Kotaku broke the story. And within an hour, they're like, yeah, we got. We're wrong. And Xbox was like, bruh. And because it was causing such a storm. So apparently Halo wasn't delayed. But it was this huge.
Any good press is good press.
Well, I mean,
really.
I don't know if that was. Because some people were just like, oh, great, it's delayed again. I don't think. In fact, I'm
thinking it's just putting Halo out into people's minds is what I'm thinking. Is people saw the Kotaku article and then you see that people are disappointed by it, and then you go, "Oh, well, people do want this game."
I think it's just disappointed because, well, they've already waited a year. It's supposed to be the flagship game. Fans that have hope.
Good.
Yeah, they did.
It looks way better.
I mean, I'm still excited for Halo Infinite. I still think they are stupid to not do a battle royale if they don't. Whether they like it or not, right now, for the past how many years, what has been the big first-person shooter multiplayer thing? Battle royales. You want your game to appeal to newer audiences and be able to
battle royale.
So, and I mean, I've talked about it. Freaking a Halo battle royale could be perfect. You can make it canon, freaking drop us in as ODSTs, bro.
See, see, I'm so much more skeptical about a Halo battle royale and like how you make that work. Like, I get that you find battle rifles and you find a sniper, but you find a sniper that, unless you absolutely nerf it to oblivion and you make it so it doesn't do a one-shot headshot anymore.
I mean, like, probably wouldn't. They would make it so time to kill.
But then it's not Halo. Like, what am I playing?
Yeah, but they would probably make it a little more realistic, kind of like ODST games. And I assume, I mean, you would have to, suspend belief bullet, but like there'd be rarities of guns.
Overshield?
Yeah, but you also have like rarities, like
common battle rifle.
Yeah, like common battle rifle or legendary battle rifle, common sniper rifle, or like. Even just like how Apex does it, right? Like you can only find that sniper rifle, like the Kraber. You could only find it in supply drops or like some rare locations or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe making like the sniper kind of weak, but then like in the care package you find the beam rifle, and maybe the beam rifle is like a one-shot headshot or something like that.
There's a lot of ways they do it. I mean, the technicalities right now, that's for them to figure out themselves and how to make it fun. I want
Halo VR. I just don't want them to throw the whole kind of idea of Halo completely out of the
I agree.
Realm of ideas.
But that just might be the problem. Like, if you have the same Halo time to kill system that they have now, I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. But it's just that problem of, like, they would have to, snipers would need like some tuning. Because like, honestly, if you kept that time to kill when you're in close range fights, I think that's fine. It might be a little difficult though, because like there's a lot less boss. Like in Apex, for instance, I would have a better chance of winning a 1v3 than I would a Halo 1v3
100%.
with how time to kill and everything works.
You wouldn't even have a chance. I wouldn't even give you a chance. Like,
Yeah.
I would just say, go walk out and die.
Good luck.
Yeah.
So, again, we'll see. I still appreciate the fact that multiplayer is going to be free to play. That should help a lot. But that's what I'm thinking is like, I think a battle royale can only help in that sense in getting people to also play traditional multiplayer, because it's a newer audience, a younger audience. It introduces them to it, and if they're like, hey, if you like this, you can also go play the multiplayer for free.
Nobody wants Halo to succeed more than this guy. All right. Nobody wants to want. I hope that there's like a battle royale section and I can like do that, and like hopefully there's a rank section in that does the traditional 1 to 50. Probably won't. And then I want to do my 4v4 arenas, you know, like I want to do my MLG kind of stuff. Like if I can do kind of a little bit of both.
Well, that's the good news is a battle royale isn't going to take away from the multiplayer. Like everything they've done and stuff, they're still going to have traditional multiplayer. There. Yeah. Because that actually brings me up to a point where there's been a whole bunch of leaks about Apex Legends Season 9, where they're kind of going that way, where they have their
deathmatch.
Well, yeah, it's funny because they had Titanfall, which had their regular multiplayer. And then Apex Legends was like a successor to Titanfall, but in Battle Royale mode.
Like a nephew.
But now, in Season 9, apparently, leaks have shown that we're getting a sort of tactical deathmatch mode kind of thing, where it'll just be a multiplayer mode now, which is dope for me because the best thing about Titanfall and Apex Legends, their gunplay's sick. So now I can play multiplayer games with their gunplay.
I would play more Apex if it wasn't straight BR.
Yeah. And I think that's the thing. Like, same thing. It's almost the opposite way of, or no, it would be the same thing in Infinite if they're like, hey, here's a battle royale. You like that? Go play multiplayer. And Apex Legends is like one way or the other. Hey, battle royale's too daunting. Try multiplayer. Then maybe you can get comfortable and go into battle royale, or vice versa. Or you want a more casual experience. You can play. But I need to look more into the leaks for details. But somebody said something along the lines of like almost something more respawn based. Like, I mean, what I was reading could have just been theories or something, but almost more something like Siege, where it's like tactical. You have lives, and that might just be one of the modes too. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I would prefer like a run and gun kind of Call of Duty more style. I think with Titanfall rather than a CS Rainbow Six kind of vibe to it. I mean, I could see how that would be sweet. If it works, I'd play it.
And on top of that too, the leak for Season 9 is supposed to be that the new Legend calls in a Titan now for their ultimate.
Oh,
I would literally come.
But first off, there was a video, super sus looking video. I don't believe it. I don't believe that video is real. Could be. I highly doubt it.
What was it? Him calling in the Titan or something?
Yeah, it was super janky, and it's like third-person camera of the Switch or something. Like, I was like, if you have this footage, bro, why? Okay, whatever.
Why is it on the Switch?
Yeah, and so the other thing too is it calls in a Titan, but as we currently know it, it would be an auto Titan Sentry, whatever. So you can't enter it, but it could either follow you or sit there and it'll just destroy things for you.
OP.
But then I'm like, at what point can we just get Titanfall 3? Is this like, please, maybe? Because I'd be down. Just do that. Screw it, dude. Yeah. Suddenly make it so this new Legend in the Battle Royale calls down the Titan. It's auto sentry, whatever. And then just make a multiplayer mode where everyone plays that person that calls down their own Titan. And then they go into Titan. And then wait a second. Titanfall 3.
How much of the Apex player base do you think knows that Apex came from Titanfall?
I think more you would think, especially now, because people.
Blake for sure doesn't. No fucking way Blake knows that.
Maybe.
No way.
Maybe.
I'm texting him.
Why don't you text him? Yeah. But I feel like as more people.
Question. Did you know?
Yeah, but as more people get into the game too, I think, and share, and some people will be like, yeah, like, so and so, this comes from whatever. Or if people look into the lore Or like with this new legend, if this is real, they'll be like, a Titan, what is this? And they'll be like, well, this is actually where it all came from.
Let me play Titanfall 1 and 2 and watch some videos of a YouTuber who made Titanfall 1 and 2 videos.
Oh.
Day 98 of Mr. Fruit to make a Titanfall 8 video.
Titanfall 2 multiplayer is still just, so good.
I tried it, dude, and then my PC crashed. I never tried it again, unfortunately. You guys like gave me a PC beta code, and it was gonna be like my first PC game. And like I dropped in and was gonna as soon as I hit the ground, my PC crashed. I was like, that's it.
Oh yeah, that's fair enough.
But then I think it was you who saying you preferred console, right? To actual.
Yeah, well, that was also kind of the same thing. Like around that time, the only real game I kind of had was Overwatch. I think barely, and so my FPS skills were still not quite there. Where I think now, if I did it, I would go to PC. But it was right at that like point in my career where it's like
I have to make.
It feels more comfortable on console, so I'm gonna stay here because it feels like home. And then it turned out to be the better decision anyway because of player base, unfortunately. But nowadays, yeah, I would definitely play it on PC.
Yeah. Is there anything we want to touch on before we move to Patreon questions?
I guess not really. I'm playing through Outriders right now.
Yeah, what do you think?
I haven't hit endgame, which means I'm not impressed so far. Some of the builds and perks are cool, but like, man, the story's even worse than I thought. The dialogue gets worse. like normally I would, as bad as it sounds, I would kind of excuse it if there was like PvP, but there's not even PvP. Like, you made the game to be a single player story mission. How is your story so bad? Who wrote this?
I went in your stream one time and there was this sound or something in a cutscene. I don't know. It was like or something.
Oh, is that little well, it might be spoilers, but yeah.
It was a weird sound, and then you and MTash were both like, "Did you hear that?"
Yeah, we're like, that actually just happened. I mean, like, I know we have a bland protagonist, and there's been bland protagonists, but I care more about protagonists that don't even say a word than I do my character. He is somehow they wrote him to have dialogue, and that made him a worse character. And
so your character talks?
Yeah,
in like
too much. I'll tell you. Well, actually, he barely talks, and that's too much. Just holy cow, the writing in the story is just like next level. Like, you guys shipped this. You worked on this for years, and you thought this was good. Yeah, gunplay is all right. Like I said, you kind of have to wait. There's the progression system is a bit bizarre. They have this world tier system, but it makes no sense. Like, your world tiers you can unlock as you play through them. Any entire world tier makes the enemies harder, but you get better chances at loot, like percentage based. But the thing is, you don't get extra XP. So I can play through the whole campaign on the easiest difficulty and get the same amount of XP as if I was playing on the hardest world tier I could, which is what we were doing at first, which is why it's taking us way longer than normal people. And we didn't realize. And the catch-22 there is, why would I play through the campaign on higher tier difficulties if it's going to take me like 4 or 5 times the amount of time because enemies are so tanky, but I have a better chance of getting loot, but all that loot's irrelevant because I'm leveling.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of what so like, it took us a while, but now I just set it to like world tier 1. I'm like, okay, well, what's the point? We might as well just get to end game.
Yeah.
And then we'll worry about world tiers. They don't make that very clear. So the story is not there's nothing there.
One level story.
Yeah, it's nothing there to salvage. The progression system is a bit bizarre. We'll see how end game works. Again, everything on this game rides on the end game because aside from everything else, pretty meh. But like, that's what I'm saying. When you turn the game down though to where like pretty even footing and you're able to use your abilities and stuff and it feels like you're packing a punch, the enemy density is good. Like, if you get into that combat flow where I think they wanted the game to be, it feels really good. So when you're able to min-max at high levels in game and stuff, and you're able to do that, get your builds, that might be cool, and that's what I'm waiting to see. But yeah, it's nothing crazy so far, which is pretty much exactly what I thought it would be. but the story managed to disappoint me even more. Like, oh my gosh, character development. The graphics still are just whack. Like, this is a game that came out in 2021 from what I believe is this is a AAA game. It's very interesting decisions all around, especially like the cover system in combat. Again, never once
It looks
does it
very
feel like
Gears, kind of.
but it's like
And
I
that
have
covered regards.
in cover, yeah. But the thing is, they don't want you using cover, but it's built into the game. And like, for instance, my character to heal, to get health back, it's built into my character that I need to deal damage and kill things close to me. But I get absolutely destroyed on world tiers that aren't just super easy if I do that. So they want me to sit behind cover, but I don't regain health behind cover. And as soon as you hit behind cover, 8 grenades just like chucked at you. Like you're like, okay, I'm back. Okay, and I'm dodging out. I don't have a chance.
AI's like, all right, you're behind cover.
Sick. So yeah, there's just a whole bunch of interesting decisions, and it feels like so much is conflicting with each other. So like I said, we'll see endgame. Will it and their endgame is soft because again, it's not even a service game. So we'll see what exactly they have there and if it's worth it. But it seems like it's going to kind of be you do the campaign, you do a little endgame, and you're done. But the thing is, for me, right now, not even finishing it, I would say the campaign's not worth it. The story isn't worth it. So is the end game going to be enough to warrant getting through the campaign to play some of the end game? To which I don't know the answer yet. Yeah. So.
Well, I'll wait till you have that answer to play it or not.
You probably won't. Let's be honest.
Okay. Sloth asks, what? Oh wait, no, my bad. Rex asks, okay, gang, I firmly believe that Digimon overall was better and is better than Pokemon. Which do you think?
It's not April Fool's anymore, my man.
Better?
Yeah, that's yesterday, bro.
Okay. I've extensively watched both series.
Really?
I extensively know the Mons and the Mons from Digimon and Pokemon. Now, Digimon, 100% on the story front, 10 times better than Pokemon will probably ever be, Sag.
What is the Digimon story? Exactly.
Well, so it's basically that a bunch of kids get teleported to the digital world and they have basically assigned digital monster partners. They're basically their companions.
Save the digital world.
We didn't talk about the English dubs. Now,
bro, that intro slapped though. Digimon, digital monsters, Digimon are the champions.
No.
Okay. You don't like the intro to that, Blue? Really?
No, dude, JP dub all the way.
And Digimon's first movie soundtrack slaps, bro.
The first movie is also way better than in sub than dub because the American fast food version you got was 2 movies spliced together. It was they were both originally their own movies.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you got a spliced mess. I mean, it was still kind of
okay. Well, you try and tell like the
soundtrack was pretty
6-year-old Christian back in the day with no access to internet or anything like this dub is better. I would have thought you're one of those people.
It's a crime. It's a
I'd be like, bro, I like the movie.
They put out that dub. Anyways, point is,
Digimon's better.
I will say, game wise, design wise, philosophy wise, Pokemon is better. But like from a story front, like on the anime front, like Digimon just wreck shit, dude. Like Digimon just easy dub.
You're saying in terms of just like the anime and the kind of lore.
If we're talking purely anime storytelling, Digimon is way better. If we're talking like lore, design,
collectibles,
overall pog factor, it's still Pokemon. Pokemon's hype, dude.
I would still pick.
I really did enjoy Digimon World or whatever on the PS2. It was a sick game, or PS1.
It's a classic.
It was a great game.
Dark Arc Gamer asks, "Hey, I know we are still a bit away from episode 100, but what's your plan for it? I think getting the whole dream team on it would be cool."
Bro, I can't tell you what I'm doing tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm like, let alone.
What is that? Over 5 months?
4 months?
Yeah, 4 or 5 months. No idea.
Ask us in September.
Yeah. Ask us when it happens. Ask us episode 99, and then we might have an idea.
Sloths asks, favorite Disney princess.
Damn it.
Is Fa Mulan a Disney
I was
princess?
gonna say if
Oh,
I had
yeah,
to, I'd say probably
easy.
Milan.
I would say
Yeah.
Mulan. The Disney Mulan.
Yes, the animation Mulan.
Oh well, I was talking about the live action Milan. Oh,
God, that
whoops!
movie was awful.
That movie's
I still
so
haven't seen it. I don't. I'm not gonna
bad.
bother.
It's
Don't.
not even like
don't.
they didn't even do a good job of like doing
I-
the original China story. Like
I
it was
just
just like a
remember-
weird. It was so disrespectful, honestly.
Sydney wanted
Like
to watch it, and like not only did you have to have Disney Plus, but you had to pay like $25 or something to get it.
Disney trying to get.
And I
that
remember
quarantine.
looking at her, I was going, "You're buying it if that's the case." I was like, "I am not buying this. You want to see this? You are buying it because I'd have no problem never seeing this movie." And I saw it, and I still have no problem never seeing that movie again. Magia Bay, sorry. Asked
Magia
favorite,
Erabia.
favorite Disney animal sidekick.
Dude, Mushu.
How's it going?
Yeah.
Who could hate on Eddie Murphy?
I like what's the dog from Oliver and Company? I like that movie. Oliver and Company. I feel like that is a slept on Disney movie. Whatever the dog's name is.
I would say either Abu, Olaf, or Mushu.
Yeah, those are pretty good ones. Dodger. That's who I like.
Roger Dodger.
Oliver's cute too, but Oliver's not a sidekick. He's like the main one. I like Tito too. Cheech does the voice of Tito. Kickback asks, do you have any plans to play Pixelmon? It's a mod that brings Pokemon to Minecraft.
No,
I know what it is.
maybe one day.
Maybe one day.
Yeah, maybe one day.
Maybe one day. It's what the thing with that is like we have to make sure everybody has the mod set up, and just making sure somebody has the fucking game downloaded is a chore in itself. Let alone making sure that everybody had the mod installed correctly. Because I would probably have to be the one that facilitates that. That would suck ass. But I would be super down to try it if we ever got to that point. Instapasta of Haiku asks, for the boys, if you guys and the extended dream team played a game of risks with no alliances, free for all who goes, who would be the first one to be eliminated? Who would be the one true winner? I feel like I would. Well, Dado wins. Like
yeah, I was gonna
he's
say,
probably played Risk so many times.
Yeah.
Dado
Dado
would
wins.
annihilate us.
Or we all team up. And Dado is the first to lose.
It's kind of like when we're at PAX and we're playing the card games. It's like, guys, we gotta kill Dado first.
Oh, poor Dado, man.
Yeah,
And Dado's gonna win, guys. Dado never gets to play because.
But if there's
Dado
no
wins.
alliances, truly Dado wins. Like that's
Yeah.
just how that goes.
I always take Australia at the beginning, and I feel like that's always my downfall. But
Yeah, like
I just like
Dado
Mole Island.
I can't say spoiler.
Why do you take Australia? You think it's a good port or something? Like
Well, it's
good
easily
access?
defensible. That's all I know.
Fair.
Because you're only coming from, what is that? India or something. Like there's only really one way from Asia onto it,
Yeah.
and then you get a couple points for having a continent, and that's all I ever know. So I'm just like, I'm just gonna sit here in Australia.
Mm-hmm. Who would lose though first? I probably would. I've only played it once, and that was a long time ago.
I'd like to get it. I think I get top 3, top 4. I'm the upper 50 percentile.
I think Rob would get frustrated, and then thus would lead him to losing first.
I agree.
Arios would somehow lend out his troops. He's out pretty soon.
Arios will end last, but like last the entire game, but like be in the negative territory of points, whatever points to that game is.
Let me get the next question here. Next question here is from Not BlueWestlo. What's something 16-year-old you loved but current you hates? Gaming longer than 12 hours.
Staying up late.
Dude, I wish I was past that.
Pulling all-nighters.
I'm
a natural born night owl.
I just can't game like I used to, man. In the sense that like I just can't.
Get me on
unless
League.
I love the game.
I can still grind League for stupid amount of hours, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I I think there's no game I can play for 12 hours anymore. So like if I'm playing games for 12 hours, I'm really pushing myself, you know.
16-year-old me fucking loved Sonic the Hedgehog games. I would snort every Sonic the Hedgehog game. I was probably a little late in the jumping off the Sonic the Hedgehog bandwagon. Current me would probably never touch a new Sonic the Hedgehog game.
Yeah. Did you answer, Christian?
Yeah, it was either staying up late or all nighters.
Z-Dog asks, you may have already discussed this, but what was your first shiny you caught in a mainline game? He says, for me, it was Bulbasaur and Shield. Named it number 1 because it was my first shiny Bulbasaur and number 1 in the Pokedex.
That is canon. Mine would be Clobbopus. It was in Pokemon Sword and Shield. Recorded live on stream while I was doing the Let's Play. That was Pog. And then the only second one I've ever gotten was I hatched a shiny Cramorant. I shiny hunted it. That's it.
What about you?
The first one I ever naturally found in the wild was a Sandile in Black and White. My first playthrough, found a shiny Sandile, and I was like, "Yo, that's colored differently. Yo, that's a shiny.
Yo, what the?"
So
I always got baited in that game with Hippowdon.
Oh yeah, the female version.
Yeah, I'm always like, oh wait, no, that's just. Gosh dang it.
I've never caught a shiny. Actually, I caught a shiny Sandshrew
Matt
in
did
my
name
car
it after you
while helping Matt move, so I will claim that. That a shiny Sandshrew
I'll take that
is my first.
You take that. That's a dub.
Matt almost got me in a fucking car accident, dude. Like we're just fucking talking and shit, and all of a sudden he just goes, I go, yeah, dude, have you ever like caught one, like a shiny? Like, oh my god! I was like, Jesus Christ! Like what? Like, he's like, I actually just caught one. I was like, what? Are you kidding? He's like, no. I was like, oh, sweet. Sharkboy97 asks, what's a gaming franchise you would have fun changing the genre of? For example, a BioShock dating sim, a Zelda horror, an Apex RTS, a League of Legends MMO.
Wait a second, that's happening though. Yeah, I would like to change League of Legends to a hero shooter. So think Overwatch, except now there's 150 something characters. Be sick.
Yeah.
I have an easy one. I would change Destiny 2 to an MMO.
Oh!
Still waiting on that.
Free Will asks, what's the best prank you've ever played on someone? Not a big prank guy.
Yeah,
I fucking hate April Fools. Like, I fucking hate April Fools.
I love April Fools. I love April Fools,
No.
but that's not really pranking. That's more like
Yeah, Blue thinks he's
just like
so
a day-
funny with his Pokemon. Oh, Fruit was right about these Pokemon. Yeah.
that's just like a day where you just get to bait people. Like that's not really pranking. I feel like I've never been like big into pranks, so I wouldn't be able to.
Yeah, I guess holding W when my friend found diamonds in Minecraft and he fell in lava.
Okay,
I guess that would be my best prank ever.
that was
But
just.
that's not really a
mean.
prank. That's just me being a dick.
It
Yeah.
was not funny.
Didn't laugh.
I was laughing. It was,
You're the only one laughing.
we spent all day looking for that. And
The only one laughing.
it was true. I was the only one laughing. Corey and I'm trying to think. Corey Cook and
There would have been like Dallas, Hayden,
then Dallas was there. Dallas, Hayden, and Corey. It was those three.
Pat
And
sometimes.
then Blake every now and then.
Blake.
Blake every now and then when he had to work on something. What about you?
Oh, I can't
Not a
think
big
of
prank
anything.
guy?
No, I like to prank Claire every now and then, but she hates it. But it's just because
You know what I'm surprised you don't do, Mr. Fruit? Upload April Fool's videos for YouTube. Blue, I liked your thing you did with Dado, by the way. I'm sorry. I didn't say
Thanks. Actually, that was probably the coolest prank I ever did.
Yeah,
Rob,
you.
remember when I said I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow? For me, it's like, oh my god, it's April Fool's.
I didn't have anything.
It's like the day of, and I go, oh.
Yeah, like, oh, it's Tuesday.
Because people will be asking me, what's the day today? Couldn't tell you. What day of the week? I have no idea.
I hate that one. Like, what's today? No, like, what's today? I'm always like,
2
I
was
have
it
to do
the
is I have to
day?
go. When did I record the podcast? 4 days ago. That would
Okay,
make
so
that day Tuesday.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Wait, did we even answer the question? Oh yeah, we did. Okay. Sky asks, what is a game you would look forward to if it was made into an anime?
Wait, what?
Yeah, so I'm guessing a game is adapted to an anime,
Oh,
and you are like, what game would you want to be adapted to an anime? I'm guessing is the question. They just kind of worded it.
League of Legends.
Oh,
Yeah.
There's so much there, and they are adapting
yeah.
something to Netflix, but
I feel like there's a lot of potential in Apex. Like if you gave Apex, I think a studio and a budget and kind of, I think they have a lot of cool characters.
I don't really know.
Destiny, dude?
No. If I were to have into an anime, I feel like Metal Gear Solid would make like a banger, like Ghost in the Shell type anime.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Banger.
John Thick asks, question for Blue. While waiting in long queue times for dungeons or trials, what is your go-to time killer? Also, thanks for the advice a couple weeks ago. I finally made it through a Realm Reborn and the other day and getting close to Heaven's Ward.
Oh, nice. Hell yeah. Well, congrats. You're getting through the worst part of the game and getting to the Pog part of the game. Yeah, exactly. Rob's been grinding. Rob has been grinding.
You're
Final
playing
Fantasy.
Outriders over there, right?
Funny story. Right before we started the podcast, I did a little. What's the
Presentation.
word? I did a presentation for Fruit on what he
Oh
could
yeah, I
be.
left. What was that?
I had a presentation. I was like, look at how cool my gunbreaker looks. And this could be you. Look at my samurai. This could be your samurai. My samurai glam is sick, by the way.
Tap targeting,
And
dude.
then-
Okay, otherwise I would.
Dude, it's so see, and he was like, I mean, this actually looks really nice. But then he was like, okay, now I did
Turn the
like the
HUD back
scroll
on.
lock, yeah, where I turned the HUD off to show him like how cool the armor was, and then he was like, see, that looks nice, but turn the HUD back on. And he's like, yeah, you see all those buttons? Like, I just can't do that.
Yeah, 50 tap targeting buttons. I'm out. That's what I tap.
No, that is so intimidating. Like, even today, as I am a PC gamer, that is still something on the PC side of games that is still like the most intimidating thing ever. Like WoW and that Final Fantasy 14 like HUD menus, crazy.
I'm playing StarCraft.
Yeah. So how do you kill your time, Blue?
It's simple. Either he just tried to eat Mr. Fruit. It's simple. I play tank, so I don't wait for queue times. Jokes. I still have to wait for queue time sometimes. I don't know. I usually just watch YouTube or something, or
so no min-maxing from you.
There's no min-max. I mean, queue times, like, you can't really do anything. I'll either like just practice a rotation on a dummy while I kill time, or I'll just watch YouTube videos, or I'll do both. I will be watching a YouTube video while practicing a rotation.
Min-maxing.
Another question from for Blue Son from Tali says, would you consider naming a future pet/child Oko?
Yes. I hope you're doing good, Oko. I miss you. Tell me how you did in the tier. Have you started any ultimates, Oko? I hope your static is treating you well. I miss you, Oko. I really miss Oko.
Sorry, I'm like sending an email real quick. Papa Dadams asks, you have to turn and then live out your life as either Kong or Godzilla. Who do you pick?
Godzilla's kind of busted.
Yeah, dude, but like as Kong, I want to know where I came from. You know, I feel like as Godzilla, I know who I am. I know what I am. With Kong, I feel like I can be.
I'd be Kong because I hate open water. So.
Oh, that is true.
See, but you'd be the big fish in the small
But how can I not want to be Godzilla?
Yeah, it'd be so cold in water.
I would lead the world of. I would lead the church of Godzilla if he was real.
I'd just be big monkey.
How could you not worship that as a god if that was real? What did you pick, Blue?
I'd be Godzilla, dude. I know who I am, and all I know is I'm an alpha. All I know is I must kill.
Reacher asks top 5 animes, no particular order. My Hero, Demon Slayer, Attack on Titan, Dragon Ball. 5, I would throw. Gundam. Top 5 animes, no particular order, Mr. Fruit.
That's jeez.
What the fudge? Um, 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 um,
I'll go first. I can't answer that.
yeah, I have to think about all the ones. I don't know.
Just give one you're watching right now. Like one you could
At-
recommend right now.
Attack on Titan, RE0. Those are ones I'm watching right
Yo,
now.
Jujutsu Kaisen's pretty hype.
Jujutsu hype, Dragon Ball, Naruto. I also just realized I'm just like a shonen fiend. Like I'm pretty easy to please if it's a shonen. I'm probably into it. Demon Slayer. Yeah.
Okay. Next question is from BlueWestlo. Says, let's say you wake up one morning and one morning jog, you get run over by a truck and you wake up in a character creation selection screen, but for yourself. What do you increase?
Wiener size.
I increase the read stat.
The read? Oh, you
I just
want
want to be able to read
Intelligence?
better. Yeah, sure. Intelligence. That's what it's called.
Yeah, we need.
I feel like, I feel like I'm intelligent. I just can't fucking read.
My name Robert. I intelligent.
The read stat.
The read stat.
If we're talking like stats, I don't know. I don't know what I would increase. Like
I'd go with perception.
I would go with vitality because like then I would just be like unkillable.
More health.
I'd have so much health.
Like, sir, you just took a fucking you just got hit by a train. You good? Like, yeah,
I'm fine.
I'll go.
I'm only like
I'll just
My
go.
passive regen. I'll be fine.
I'll just go strength. I'll be the meathead tank.
Let's go.
Gamby asks,
okay.
more so for fruit. Not sure if you've seen the current hype for Baruto at the moment. It says parentheses currently very hype. Since you finished Shippuden, do you have any plans of watching Baruto?
Currently, like 15 episodes in the Baruto. I haven't watched an episode in a couple months. Just a little daunting, a little exhausted.
There's your answer.
Yeah,
it's already daunting, and the show's it's like.
Well, it was just also I just binged 500 episodes of Naruto. Like, I need a little break. I'll pick up back into the series soon-ish. I mean, I plan to watch it all and eventually catch up. And I do hear that it's been picking up recently, but yeah, it's a slow start, and I just watched 500 episodes of Naruto, so it's like, give me a little break,
Judo Narwhal asks, who do you think would win in a fight? 1 kangaroo or 1,000 lobsters?
1,000 lobsters.
Yeah,
probably the lobsters.
The Holy Harbinger asks, mainly for fruit, since he plays League more than the others. I'll have you know I have 10 hours on set. But have you ever tried out Wild Rift since it's released recently? And what are your thoughts on it?
I have. My thoughts are I don't play it because there's some bug I have where like every minute my game just stops working. The game keeps playing, but I can no longer move or cast abilities for about 2 seconds. So imagine you're in a fight.
Oh, I saw you tweeting that, or you DM'd somebody about it.
Just imagine you're playing and it's just, and then your character, like if you were running, your character just doesn't stop running.
2 seconds is a eternity in a MOBA too. Like,
well, think about mid fight too. Like, all right, I lost. I can no longer cast. I can no longer change. If I'm moving, I'm moving. If I'm staying still, I'm staying still in whatever direction.
Is that like a known bug, or is this just?
I haven't heard it from anybody. Claire gets it too. That's the only other person I know. And so we're like, it must be our network. But we turn the Wi-Fi off. Same thing. I've installed updates. I've uninstalled the game. I've tried it on the iPad.
What is Wild Rift?
They just released it. It's the League of Legends mobile.
Oh.
Yeah.
Annabelle the Dark with the last question says, if you guys got to do like a Fruit Nation get together thing where you could hang out with your fans, what would it be? I mean, without restrictions such as travel expenses, pandemics, and if anything was possible, massive movie night, arcade hangout.
Pizza party.
I would
pizza.
hotbox everyone.
Yeah, dude, that would be sick.
That would be
Like,
so tight.
Meeting like
Right
a
in
sash,
Fruits Theater, just hotbox.
just like a sash.
Okay, well then over there will be a pizza party. Well, I'll be.
Yeah, and then we'll be in the clam bake.
Like you'll have to like scrub out the weed smell.
No, thank you. I would actually kill you guys.
And that'll do it for the GG over easy questions. Which
means we're that much closer to episode 100.
We're on to 80s now. We're on to the 80s. We're on the
hotbox is starting.
We're in the
80s.
Everybody says the 80s was the best era. We're about to find out.
Yeah. Well, I don't say that. So not everybody.
I mean, my parents do.
What's the best era? Real quick, Mr. Free bonus question.
That like I've lived through, or just in American time?
Just if you were to be like, yo, the 60s, yo, the 70s, no, it's the 80s. Like, what decade you picking out?
I would really be interested to live in the roaring 20s. It's just the greatest time to be alive. You know, dude, sometimes I think technology is a blessing and a curse, you know?
Give me 80s. Give me 80s to where it was just enough technology, but not enough technology. Like just enough to like, let me check my Walkman, and people going like, whoa, like this guy. Yeah, and like the 20s, if I go, let me pull out my telescope, then everyone.
Whoa.
Yeah, what's Jimmy doing over there?
Yeah,
let me check him out.
Look at the telescope he has.
That's what they all really did back then, I guess. Yeah. Okay.
That's what I think. I think in the 20s, I pull out a telescope in the 20s. I'm an alien.
Whoa, dude.
Is my idea.
That's only been invented for a while, but that's crazy.
This dude's fucking crazy.
That'll do it, ladies and gentlemen. We will talk to you next Sunday. Thank you very much for watching and or listening. Just supporting the podcast however you can. We appreciate that. We'll always be here for you until we're not. So take with that what you will. Have yourselves a fantastic day. Talk to you next time. See you.